Hey guys, MuleDog Gaming here with another Destiny Taken King video, and today, not long ago, Bungie just released on their YouTube channel the new Taken King, whatchamacallit, the Year 2 reveal trailer for the live stream. So, that live stream is gonna start tomorrow at 11 AM PST, and hopefully it'll include lots of good stuff in it. So, as you can see in the teaser trailer right here, if I were to pause right here, as you can see here, there is obviously new stuff right here. Looking on the right, you'll see new rare pieces of armor. We get this helmet which looks really cool. It looks like you're a bug or something. It's kind of similar to the ATS-8 Arachnid and the Mask of the Third Man. I kind of combine those two together and you get that helmet, which is rare. And looking at the gauntlets, those look cool as well. The chest piece and the boots. You got those spikes on the knee pads. And we got the hunter cloak, which we don't really get a good look at it. We just get a look at the front of it, which is the hood. And below the hunter cloak, which is the new artifact. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a weapon or something that'll boost something. I don't know what it is. But there's going to be more of them somewhere within the Taken King universe. So, on the left here, we do see, oh, before I go to the left, look on the right there. Look at the light level right there. That light level is insane. 214. How high can it go up to? And it's halfway close to 215 light level. So your light score is an average of the attack and defense values across all your current equipped gear. A higher level light score improves both your damage output and your defense. So you're bound to do a whole ton of damage to like level 1 dregs or like vandals on Earth. So you could just stare at them. You could just aim your sights down on them with like a sniper rifle and they'll just have a heart attack and drop dead. Well, not really, but you still gotta shoot them to kill them. But moving to the left again, we do see he's level 40 with a low Grimoire score. I don't know how that's possible. Maybe there's new Grimoire cards to collect in Taken King, you know, all the dead ghosts that you can find, get Grimoire cards and score for it, and all that other stuff. There'll be Grimoire for the new exotics and the new other stuff as well. So, as you see here, the little picture for the Night Stalker class looks amazing. Got this whole hunter logo right there. We got some other nice little shapes and stuff here. And on the top left corner of the picture, we see the void damage icon. Now that indicates that you don't have to hover over the icon to see what damage it does. You can just look on the top left corner of the picture and you'll see that it does void damage. Now if it doesn't have something on the corner of it, that means it does kinetic damage like you see on the Thorn. Below the Thorn you see the Eye of Soul, which is the Trials of Osiris sniper rifle. And as you can see on the top left corner, it does solar damage. And below that we see one of the Year 1 legendaries, which is basically the launch day, you know, vanilla weapons, which is the zombie apocalypse. I think it's a zombie apocalypse, I'm not too sure. Pretty sure it is. And on the top right corner, it does arc damage. Well, not top right, top left, sorry. And right below the zombie apocalypse, we see what seems to be, well, obviously, it's a rare ghost shell. Now, this confirms that there's going to be a ton of more ghost shells to collect, each with their own little light level and their intellect and discipline and strength stats. You know, they'll change that as well. And there's also a special perk on the ghosts that, like, you can get more glimmer for killing, you know, Taken enemies, Hive, Cabal, Fallen, whatever you're fighting. There's a perk for that. Who knows, it'll be more potent the rarer the ghost shell is. So if it's a rare ghost or an uncommon ghost, like more glimmer for killing Hive, it won't really do as much as the legendary version. So you'll get a lot more glimmer when killing Hive and whatever enemy you're fighting with that legendary ghost equipped. Now there may be exotic ghosts, I don't know. There could be, there's a slight chance there is. But as you know, Year 1 legendaries like the Eye of Soul and the Zombie Apocalypse are going to be redundant, and all your other legendary weapons, you know, will kind of be useless. But Bungie, you know, encourages players not to dismantle their legendaries just yet, but when we watch the stream and after we do, we can do whatever we want with our legendaries. Now, looking at the ghost shell again, as you can see, it's green, it's got a blue light in the middle, and it's got orange tips on it. So, there's going to be more designs on the ghost shells soon, so we're going to see more of those soon. So, moving on to upgrades and materials, we have legendary marks. These are obtained from Daily Heroic and Daily Crucible playlists, as well as dismantling legendary gear. So any unwanted legendary gear can be dismantled, and you have a chance of getting legendary marks from these. Use these to buy all sorts of weapons and stuff that the vendors have to sell. Now, if you see Lord Shax's inventory right here, we see that rank 1 on the Crucible, you'll have access to 2 hunter cloaks, 2 pairs of boots, and 2 gauntlets. So, those look pretty neat. I can't really see because of the reputation details box, but, I can see through them. But, if you look closely inside the box, you'll see that on rank 2, you get 2 chest pieces and 3 ghost shells. Maybe these 3 ghost shells will have different stats on them, different stat rolls, you know, different intellect, different discipline, different strength, and all that, and different, special perks on them as well. And if you look closely at the shape of them in the picture, it kind of looks like a different color of the intrusion shell, which was a ghost that people somehow gotten when House of Wolves launched, and people got banned for using that. But sooner or later, we realized that people hacked the game into getting the intrusion shell. So maybe we can get the intrusion shell when Taken King arrives, along with other ghost shells we can collect. Hopefully, the intrusion shell is revealed soon. So. We'll see. And for rank 3, we just get 2 helmets, which look pretty cool. I like the right one more than the left one because it's got more green in it. Got the green on the bottom there. So there's gonna be new, you know, vendor gear. Now, if you look here at the screenshot right here, these 3 guardians just completed the Fallen Saber mission. Now, what the Fallen Saber mission is, I think it's like a story mission or a strike, whatever it is. But basically, you go into this one area, and you fight a giant shank. Yes, you heard me right, a giant shank. Now, as you can see here in the middle right here, this guy's weapon, he's a warlock. No, he's not a warlock, he's a hunter. He has an Omelan hand cannon made by Future War Cult. So, there's going to be faction weapons made by the new manufacturers like Omelan, Haka, and Suros. And as you can see here, there's a Haka weapon on the right, but that one is rare. Now, as you can see there, it's an auto rifle, and there's going to be a lot of other weapons that'll be better than your current legendary weapons. So, there's actually going to be common and uncommon and rare weapons that'll be way better than your old legendaries, which is kind of weird. And as you can see here, he gets 20 Vanguard Reputation, House Banners, and Legendary Engram as well, and also Legendary Marks. So, did I say that before? I don't know if I did, but Legendary Marks can now be obtained through large amounts instead of just 2 each day. You get 10 each mission you complete, so that's pretty cool. Faster way to get those. Moving on to the questing section of this teaser. Now, if you see here, there are 6 quests displayed here, and on the right, we see a lot of Vanguard and Crucible bounties right here. Now, there's a new tab that you can go to turn in your bounties without going back to, like, the tower or the reef and all that. You could just turn them in from this screen right here. So, there's going to be a new tab between the roster and character tabs, which is the quests. Now, these hold your quests and bounties. So, you can turn the bounties from here. Maybe the quests, I don't know. You probably need to go back to the tower to turn in these quests. So, as you can see here, some of these purple numbers here actually have different parts. So those mean that there's different parts to this quest. So the Sunbreakers challenge, the Tale of a Guardian's quest. Wait a minute, let me get back here. The Tale of a Guardian's quest to find the Sunbreakers. So the Sunbreakers are basically a rogue group of titans that you will have to search for on Mercury to get your new Sunbreaker class. So obviously this quest is going to be different for hunters and warlocks. So there's 2 parts to it. The first part is Bound by Fire. And below that, we have Nothing Left But the Fall. The story of the Fallen in the city and their battle to the future, or battle for the future of Earth. I don't know if that's the original story for the first Destiny. You know, when Destiny first came out, you made your character and all that, and you start off with a mission. But maybe this is what this mission's referring to. Maybe it's something new. Who knows? Pretty sure it has something to do with the original story missions that you do. And below that, we have 2 Vanguard quests: A Cry for Help and Veterans Tour. Cry for Help: The Tale of a Golden Age Relic Calling from the Cosmodrome. And the Guardian, and the story just ends there, and you could probably just hover over it to read more. And this requires you to complete the Fallen Saber mission, or strike, whatever it is. I think it's going to be a strike, so let's just put it that way. So, next off we have here is the Taken King, which is going to be the main quest line for the Taken King. So, as this description reads, the Taken King had come, the tale of the Guardian that went out to meet him. So there's 4 parts to it. First part saying that there's the Dreadnought. So you're going to have to go in the Dreadnought to meet Oryx and all that. Here, below the Taken King questline, we have the Legion's Beachhead. The Guardian's assault on the Cabal Skyburners entrenched on the... And it just kind of goes on from there. And last but not least, we have the Veterans Tour. The tower offers its thanks to the Guardian for all they've done over the... And just kind of continues on there. But back to the bounties. We obviously can see that we can hold 16 bounties. And what on earth is that on the top right corner? A like level of 320? That is ridiculous. So this is going to be a whole high level of light that you can get to. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So right here, faction allegiances. Now, I don't think I've explained that before, but... when you pledge allegiance to a faction, now before I go to that in detail, let's read the description right here. Faction allegiance for the future war cult. It might say a different description. It'll say a different description for Dead Orbit and New Monarchy and all that other stuff. So, support future war cult. What does the future bring? We alone have the answer. It has always been war. War between humans, war between species, war between light and darkness. War is the fundamental fabric of the universe. Dare we defy it? Will you help us prepare? So as you can see here, when he hovers over the future war cult faction badge, which is a new item you can acquire from the one of the new vendors. Well, actually, they're not new vendors, but you basically know what I mean. This badge identifies you as a supporter and ally of the future war cult. Supporters gain future war cult reputation whenever they earn Vanguard or Crucible reputation and may purchase this faction's gear. You can only hold 1 allegiance at a time and can only change allegiance once per week. So, once you make your decision in week 1 of the Taken King, obviously... you can't change that until next week, which is a weekly refresh. So that's when you can change your allegiance to, like, from Future War Cult to New Monarchy, or from New Monarchy to Dead Orbit and all that other stuff. So I don't know. Probably it replaces all of your Vanguard and Crucible reputation gains and adds it on the Future War Cult instead. You know, like the Warlock Bonds, Hunter Cloaks, and Titan Marks that you get. And as you can see here, we get images of the new armor that we can get from Taken King. I don't know if they're old or new, but they do seem new. And they do have the same models from Dark Below and House of Wolves. So that's pretty cool. We get some new models. We get the same models from, not Taken King, Dark Below and House of Wolves in the Taken King. So as you can see, that Future War Cult Hunter helmet, that thing looks amazing. So that's pretty cool. Collections and vaults, as you see here, along with a few others. Legendary marks, artifact slot, exotic blueprints, arms day, nameplate collections. I don't know what that is. Infusion, shader collections, level 25 character boost. And as you can see here, this guy grabs a 4th horseman, and oh my, look how much good stuff is here. So, as you see here, we get new, better versions of the pictures of the current exotic weapons in Destiny. So, as you can see in the Year 1 primaries on the bottom here, we get Necrochasm, Hard Light, Suros Regime, Monte Carlo, Hawk Moon, Bad Juju, Last Word, Thorn, Vex Mythoclast, Might of Multi-Tool, and Red Death. As you can see on the Year 2 primary, we see Monte Carlo, Bad Juju, Hawk Moon, and Last Word. And they look a lot different. Those pictures in the Year 2 primary section look a lot different than the Year 1. So, our old exotics will be getting new pictures. You see, Last Word looks kind of fatter in the Year 2 primary section. And what's also cool is we get... to see what the pictures of the of 2 new exotics that we never heard of, and also the Sleeper Simulant. If you look at the Year 2 special, you'll see the Sleeper Simulant right there. That's what it looks like. And we have on the left what seems to be an exotic fusion rifle. Now maybe this will compete with Plan C and Pocket Infinity, but who knows. And in the Year 2 primary, on the left of Monte Carlo, we can see that there is what really looks like an exotic auto rifle. So we have yet to see what that's going to do. It probably will compete with Cyril's Regime and Monte Carlo and Hard Light and all those other exotic auto rifles and Necrochasm. So, and there's a lot more. So, basically, I guess that's it for this video until we can get more information from the live stream. So, if you do like the video, please leave a like, comment, and share the video. And if you are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow on the stream.